What? Episode with your hosts, Jack and Oh, god damn it! I broke my Oh, god damn it! No, my Ah! Oh, I broke my leg. Oh god.
One day late, but goddamn it, we're here. This is Tales from the Crawlspace podcast. I am Jack, boys, girls, and cheese bags everywhere, and halfway across the country, and somewhere I've been trying to find the most financially efficient flight to get out there in August for Britt Floyd is Mr. Primary Bag of Cheese himself, Brad Harvey. How are you, my friend?
I am doing hail. I am vigorous, virile, and potent.
Vigorous, virile, and potent.
Yes. I am B. Gordon Liddy. Oh shit, Jack, I'm doing pretty good, man. It's been a hell of a season so far. Be honest with you, I didn't start season until about 3 weeks ago, but holy shit, man, it is. I've been shaking the pillars of heaven out there, and so life is pretty good right now.
Hell yeah, you've been smacking them out there, man.
Oh man, it's been great. So yeah, but sooner or later those termites are going to go bye-bye. So, but right now I'm going to be chomping on it while I can.
And we'll start harvesting the bed bug sales and shit and everything.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Yeah, this is good times right here because kids are coming back from summer break and they're coming back home and they're going to be bringing all the bed bugs that they got in their dorms and shit and their frat houses and their sororities and stuff. And it's just money.
Get that money, baby. Get that money.
Yeah. So,
man, I got to tell you, I had me a good evening yesterday evening. I did that thing I saw on TikTok at Aldi. You can get a pack of 4 clusters of snow crab legs for $19 and a bag of Cajun seafood boil, which has shrimp, mussels, andouille sausage, corn, and potatoes and everything in it for like $8.
Oh, and wait a minute! That boil bag you showed me that actually had like food in it and not just seasonings.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah,
and it was all seasoned and stuff.
Well, it comes with a seasoning packet that it tells you. You boil it for about 10 minutes and you add the packet in while it's boiling. And what we did is we took the clusters of crab legs and put it in with the boil about halfway through because they're pre-cooked legs; they're just frozen. And let them go in there for about 5 minutes. And by the time it's all done, man, that shit was good. Oh, and I had 3 boxes of crab legs and 4 boil bags.
Just between the two of you fuckers.
Oh, there was 3 of us. And we
the Godfather was there. That's right.
But no. This isn't the JT party. This was up in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
That party's coming up, and that's when we're going to have a special guest on our episode.
Yes, we are, aren't we?
Yes, we are. But so that's
we'll
when
talk about
happening.
That later, though.
Yeah. That's when the big steaks are going to come out.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah. Speaking of big steaks, the steaks are going to be high here in August when you get your ass out here.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Floyd.
I'm getting a prime rib chub already.
Oh my God, dude. I'm telling you, you've heard. I'm sure everybody's heard us talk about Bynum Steakhouse for long. Yeah, their steaks are great, but goddamn, they're prime fucking rib, man. It's like, man. Oh shit, and me without a gallbladder, man. Go figure.
Oh, I haven't had one for years, and it don't stop me.
Yeah, but see, you're used to it.
I have a seasoned absence of a gallbladder.
You've ran enough shit through that lack of gallbladder that your body's just like, you know what? Fuck it, just go ahead. Eat what you want. You'll shit solid. We're good. Just stay away from
I don't shit solid.
I was gonna say, just stay away from that metformin.
Let's not get that twisted. Your
body's good, but then the metformin's like, oh wait. No,
it's like we're turning everything into chocolate oatmeal.
That's right, man. It's that metformin's standing there with the big buckets of water, just going right into your fucking intestines.
That's about right. Yeah. That's about right, man. And it makes me feel like my sphincter's broken.
That time, but all in good fun. It's dab. Don't wipe. Dab.
Worth it. Totally worth it.
Indeed, I'm telling you why. Yeah, because that prime rib is a thing of beauty.
Fuck yeah.
And so August 11th. We're actually going to be doing a podcast, doing an episode on that night. It may not air that night, but we will definitely get something done. So
no, it'll air that Friday.
You'll hear Jack's prime rib voice. He'll be like,
"Oh boy, yeah, let's steak coma. That's all right. I'm good with that. Yeah, we're gonna record because that Friday I will be doing the in classroom home inspection stuff. So I can't guarantee that the internet's going to be worth the shit at the hotel to be able to do it. So figure we can get a dual purpose thing. I'll get the good camera out and we'll do the proper episode in Indiana.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, I mean, if all else fails, it's gonna be August. We could do it on my deck. We could do it. It'd be like revisiting Cheese Stock 2020.
But we got to turn that goddamn fan off under your little pergola thing.
Oh, we can do that. Oh, fuck that fan, man. I'm telling you what. I got in there.
You heard.
Oh, shit. Did you hear about that? My God. I get home last night from work, and my spouse, Ellen, is like, look, it's like the birds are nesting on the fan again. I look up, and sure as fucking shit, man, I got robins that are up there. And we've had a lot of rain and stuff, so they're actually doing fucking adobe nests, right?
Right,
so it's just one big chunk. So this morning, last night I was like, fuck it. I was tired. I said, I'll deal with this in the morning. But this morning, I fucking got up there with a broomstick and just pop that damn thing off. And there's like twigs and grass and shit like that all inside the fan. So I have to move the table. Oh, and they have shit all over my table.
Oh,
and my chairs and everything. And they're and like I said, it's wet. So they're slinging mud everywhere, right? There's mud all over the table. There's
shit.
Mud on the chair. I had to move everything fucking out, right? And I'm sitting there, and that robin, I got that nest cleared off, and I went up to do something. I look out the window, that robin's sitting on one of my potted plants on the bench, just like looking
like motherfucker.
Like, where's the nest go? And I'm just like, I'm over here grabbing my pellet gun. I was like, come on, make a move. Make a fucking move. And it finally went off, but I decided to leave the fan on. I cleaned it all up, left the fan on. I'm gonna leave it on all night. Hopefully it'll get the message. But goddamn, this is like the second. We fucking had doves nesting up there a couple of months ago, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck this shit, man. I used to love birds, and now they're like pubic enemy number one.
You gotta put some bird point up there, man. Some bird spike.
Yeah. Oh, spikes! Fuck the spikes, man. Those are ugly. Yeah, I just as soon shoot the motherfuckers.
Slinkies work too.
Slinkies.
The metal slinkies work.
They're fun. It's for fun. It's a wonderful toy.
What rolls downstairs alone repairs.
It's a goody sound.
When I do that, I want to default to the Ren and Stimpy log by Blammo.
It's log.
It's log. It's big. It's heavy. It's wood.
It's wood. Yeah. It's log. It's better than bad. It's good. Everyone wants a log.
Okay. Well, this evening we're going to talk about you broke what? About shit people have broken on the job, whether it's themselves or something that belonged to the homeowner or something that was on their truck or whatever. Because, man, I was reliving busting through the fucking deck steps at this lady's house.
Oh,
my big
Jesus.
ass.
Yeah.
This lady had this gorgeous deck that wrapped around the back of the house.
Mm-hmm.
One set of steps was right at the driveway. She wasn't home, so I was just doing the exterior. And the other set of steps was at the end on the other side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And she had like a lot of bushes and stuff, and it was holding a lot of moisture in that area. So, excuse me. I get my big ass stuff and I'm doing my service, and I start going down the steps on the other side. I go right through the fucking steps. And I mean, the stringers are at my armpits. I go straight down the fucking things. And I tore my side up on the damn the wood shards that were jabbing me. I called the lady. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have a carpenter out here and replace this shit. So I call her up, and she's like, oh my God, don't sue me. I'm like, what? She said, don't sue me. I'm like, no. I said, I'm sorry I broke your step. I mean, holy crap. She goes, no, we should have roped it off. We were going to get those fixed. Please don't sue me. I'm like, I'm not suing you. Don't worry about that. It's okay. So, all was well, but that scares the shit out of you. When you're my size and you go through the fucking steps like that, God damn.
Anytime you feel that your position move, especially on a downward trajectory. Yeah, it is scary. I mean, one time I was doing this cockroach clean out, right? And the ceilings were a tad high. I wasn't expecting cockroaches to be up in the crown molding and everything, where that. So, and of course, I, with no equipment on my truck other than my killing chemicals and stuff. I'm grabbing a can of 270. Yes, this was back in the day when 270 existed. I grab one of their kitchen chairs, and it's one of those 1950s tubular chrome steel type chairs, with really shiny vinyl seat, cushions and everything. It's beautiful, gorgeous. But it was gorgeous maybe about 1958, but this was 1992. So I get up on the chair, and then all of a sudden the damn thing, I'm treating and everything. It's about, I'm up there for about 25, 30 seconds, and all of a sudden that chair just decides to give way. And I just feel myself, can and all, just going. Like, I landed on my feet. Fortunately, I left a line of 270 all down the front of their cabinet as I was going down.
You were bracing for impact.
Yeah, and then, but I didn't fall until I landed on my feet. But I didn't fall until I tried to take a step away from the chair, and then my feet got caught in the legs of the chair, and I went down backwards. And it was just like, fuck,
God damn.
Yeah, and they were staring right at me. They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, "No, it's my fault. I shouldn't have been standing on your fucking chair because I'm a big man. So
big man.
I'm a big man. I'm a manly man. But yeah, so yeah, my fat ass shouldn't have been on there to begin with. But you know what? It's all about taking care of the customer. So,
that it is.
That really God.
Is. We have Tyler McIlvaine in here today. We got looks like Jenny from Pastor Jenny. He's here, and someone named Jenny. Primary. I don't know who a Primary is, but Primary's here.
I said, "Hey Jenny, I'm Primary. Primary bag of cheese."
Oh, that's true. That's right. I didn't even notice that.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it!
Please call me Pry.
Pry. Okay, Pry.
It's short for priapism.
Priapism, yes. And my buddy Tyler McIlvaine, who actually submitted a story this evening for the show as well. So
better make damn sure we read it.
He's not only participating, he's spectating. Here's
to you, Tyler.
You got some bottled and bond there in your hand, my friend?
I do.
I just finished me one of my Leinenkugel summer shandies.
Summer shandy. Damn, got the shandy on.
Well, it's warm out, so I figured it's apropos.
It is. Totally.
Very apropos. So
crack open another shandy.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So you say Tyler's got a story for us?
Yes, he does. Mr. Tyler McIlvaine said, so I had no sleep the night before, had an 8 a.m. stop an hour away. Hit morning traffic, stop and go, doing 60 to a full stop, half awake. I put the front end of my truck into a Subaru hatchback. Wish there was a happy ending to the story, but I ended up paying the deductible for the truck accident and almost lost my job over it.
Oh my gosh.
Man, when you're bleary-eyed and shit. Oh, and he also adds that coworker hit a telephone pole a few months back. But man, you're bleary-eyed, got your cup of coffee, your mind's wandering, you're just struggling to wake up, and some motherfucker brake checks you.
Oh hell yeah!
I hate that shit, man.
I tell you what, man. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I've ran into that many times. I've had a couple instances where I've actually fallen asleep at an intersection.
Oh shit!
All nighter. Yeah, and it's like I'm listening to Rush on my fucking radio on my stereo, and I'm just getting into fucking and I'm just getting into it. Yeah, I just find myself. I don't know if I actually fell asleep or was just getting into a zone where. Okay, I was falling asleep, but and then all of a sudden I hear, burp, burp, and I was like, fuck. And it's like, okay, good thing my foot was on the brake at the time.
I was gonna say, at least you were holding the brake in your sleep. That's a good thing.
Hell yeah. That's what you get when you have companies that refuse to give lunch breaks and throw time windows and that go right through lunch and any type of breaks or anything like that. But that's not where we're here to discuss.
Then give you a fucking night service and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, I got one from Brandon here. Said I was installing 20 below ground termite monitoring stations and using a wet core drill at a high school. Well, I managed to drill through a communication wiring loom and a water pipe. I knocked out the entire security alarm for the school, which resulted in having on-site guards for 3 days at $5,000 a night.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Thank God for insurance. Hey, been a cheese bag ever since. I love it. Oh my God.
I used to have to use those core drills, but not for doing pest control work. I used to have to take asphalt samples and do tests on specific gravity for asphalt for construction jobs. So,
Bam. We had
some shit.
Oh hell yeah! I was working when I was at the Scarlet Letter, and I wasn't directly involved in this one. The Scarlet Letter. Let's talk a minute about how they do their termite work. Okay, we were strictly over at the Scarlet Letter. We were strictly bait, in particular Centricon.
Right.
I'm sorry, say what you will about bait, whatever. Everybody's got their opinions on it. If you're going to use bait, to my opinion, if you're forced to use bait, use Centricon. For God's sake, it's actually one of the better ones out there. But anyway, I digress. But let's talk about the times that you can't use Centricon when everything's paved over and you just got to go ahead and do a liquid treatment. Well, we had this pizza joint down on the south side of Indianapolis, and the team that did the termite treatment drove 118 miles to do this because God forbid they allow Termidor in the fucking branches other than the home office. Right. So, I can, attest to that. But anyway, so they get down there, they start drilling. They actually, drilling's fine and everything. They get to the ground rotting. They actually stick their rod into the ground and sever a gas pipe.
Oh shit!
Not just a gas pipe, Jack, an old fucking gas pipe, right?
God damn.
And one that wasn't even marked anywhere. And not that they called 811 or anything, because they didn't. And so anyway, so basically operations at this pizza joint ceased for a day. They sued the Scarlet Letter, but everything was settled. So after that, we couldn't even do a bait job without fucking calling 811. So
oh fuck, man.
It was that. Yeah, it was an absolute dumpster fire. And so these are the things that create company policies.
Yeah, well, that's you set an example.
Oh, hang on. Son of a bitch! Did that come in?
What's
that? Did you hear that?
No.
Did you hear that? Okay.
Nope.
Okay, because it was you doing. Yeah, it was you doing the video. It's like I was sitting here and all of a sudden, greetings, boys, girls, and cheese bags, and
that's fucking weird. I was just putting a post on Facebook saying that we were live. So
very good. God damn it, there it is again. Hang on. All right, you're quiet now.
You must have something pulled up there. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Well, what I'm doing is I'm reading the stories off the fucking Facebook post. This is the preparation that we do for Tales from the Crawl Space.
Anyway. Sometimes we don't always pull things out of our ass, but most of the time we do.
I've got one here from Sue Ann Lehman. She was a previous guest on our sister podcast, Pestrogen. And so she goes, too funny that you chose this theme. Today I broke one of my mosquito blowers. Really, I think the pump for the product went bad, and I have replacements because they do, but it delays service and it sucks. Happy Friday to me. So it's like, oh my God, yeah. There's nothing worse. I mean, it's one thing to break a customer's item. Usually, it's like they will break something that they bought at Dollar General, and all of a sudden it's a Tiffany lamp, And so, but when you break your own equipment, that really puts a damper on your day because you either have to go back to the office to get, to unfuck it, or you're going to have to MacGyver something in the field. And
I'll figure if you're like halfway through a Friday and something breaks, you're just like, fuck it, I'm just going the fuck home. I'm done. Fuck
okay. I can see that. Yeah,
I'm gonna pick up some beer on the way home and just say fuck it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Shit. Oh my God. So speaking of you broke Watt. Up until yesterday, I went 3 days without internet here at Stately Harvey Manor.
Oh yeah.
And we couldn't figure out what it was. I called. I have MetroNet, which is actually fairly awesome, but except in this instance.
Right.
And I got their tech support. They're like, let's run some diagnostics. It's like, well, we're not coming up with anything. I was like, why not? So it's because we can't even get to your fucking box with our signal. I was like, okay.
Oh.
So we're gonna have to send a technician out, and that was 2 days later. They wanted to come on Thursday, but I couldn't because my wife, my spouse worked. I had a heat job. There wasn't going to be anybody here. Well, Friday they finally showed up and they figured it out. And it wasn't we joked about it being a squirrel, chewing a cable. That wasn't the case. My next door neighbor ran over the cable with my lawnmower. Is what happened, or with his lawnmower.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we ended up, and I was like, because Ellen was telling me this, and I was like, okay, first off, why is there a cable? Why is there a cable sticking out in the ground? And it's like, what the fuck? I pay $90 a month for MetroNet, and it's like, you guys are just gonna lay fucking cable just around anywhere. And it's like,
Jesus Christ.
Not just that, Jack. They dug up my fucking yard to put this shit in the first place, which cracks me up because it's like, okay, we're MetroNet. We're going to lay fiber optics through your yard. You have the option to buying it, to getting our service, but we're still going to fuck your yard up. I'm like, fuck you. But I bought it anyway, and I'm not regretful because it has been a pretty good service. I mean, it's brought for the past 2 years, it's brought Tales from the Crawl Space to all of our 14 listeners. So.
Hey, we're getting up there, 14 listeners now. We're making strides.
Yeah. So Danny says, I was in an old farmhouse dirt basement, crawling in a small crawl space hole that had PVC plumbing lines, and hooked my foot somehow. A fitting broke loose. Hosed me down good until I could find a shutoff. I was hot anyway. So all I can say to you, Danny, is I hope it was actually fresh water and not their sewage.
Yeah, got a little moist.
It just some moist, Mike Douglas is the only man that ever made me moist.
That's Michael Douglas. That's the only white man ever made me moist.
Oh, shit.
I have to say, one thing that made me happy has nothing to do with the topic of the show. Earlier this week on the Depot, someone posted that they ran across a video that made them think of us. And it was that pug that goes, not all pee-pee times are poo-poo times, but all poo-poo times are pee-pee times. And it does. And it made him think of us. So that right there, that's heartwarming. Better than pants warming, but heartwarming. Because you don't know if I'll have a pee-pee time. Moist. Oh, let's say that. Moist. Brandy jumped in with the moist.
Yeah. I think you missed.
Think you missed what?
I think you missed something today. We on one of the chat threads.
Right.
We were doing this was all fucking day, and anyway, we're replacing one word in a movie title with the word vagina.
Oh, okay.
And it was great. I mean, this went on for hours on end. It's like everybody was talking about it. So,
I'm not privy to all the chats. So.
I understand. So that's Candace just hollered in, and so that's why I said, "Hey, Candace, welcome to Tales from the Vagina."
Tales from the Vagina. That's right. We do talk about flaps, on the show.
And
we talk about penis. And we talk about penis.
We do talk about penis. So
at 23 minutes and 49 seconds.
Thank you very much. I was off screen at the time, so I did want to. Since Candace did finally pipe in, I do want to go ahead and read her.
Oh
story.
Yeah.
So Brandon and I were at a new client's house. She had a juvenile house mouse running inside her house. She told us she saw it run into her spare room. We go into the room. It's essentially storage. She apologizes for it being messy. It wasn't too bad. Brandon grabbed a few 1-gallon things of paint and moved them so he could look under a shelf. When he stood up, he hit the 2 stack of paint, and the top one fell and the lid blew off.
Oh, God. Man.
White paint went all over her hardwood floor. She wasn't mad at all. We got it cleaned up, and the only remaining evidence is the white highlights between the wood slats. She is still our client and just a lovely person. We apologized like 500 times. You know what? The reason that she is still a client isn't because you apologized 500 times. It's because you are Nords, and Nords fucking rock.
Yeah, it's the Nord. It's the Nord. What do you call it? It's the je ne sais quoi.
It's the Nord mystique.
Yes, it is. It is.
It's what the French call a certain, I don't know what.
I don't know what. Yeah, it's the Nord factor. That's what it is. The Nord factor. That's the word I was looking for.
But, you know, when you live your entire life being Nord as fuck, this is what happens.
That's true. That is true. They are Nord as fuck.
Because God bless them. God bless them.
Speaking of someone else who's awesome, is our good friend Sean Muller from the Pest Perspectives podcast over in the UK. Mm-hmm. He let me know today. He goes, so I was in a client's house. Stupidly, I used their ladder. Never again. It was old and it broke and ripped the loft hatch down. Customer paid for the damage. I learned a valuable lesson, and I wasn't hurt either, luckily.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, I don't get on anybody else's janky ass ladder. I don't care what. I don't care what. I'm too big. First of all, I'm a Sasquatch sized person, and I can be rough on ladders. So,
you know what though? I don't care. It's like I'm covered with workman's comp. You know, so if I got to get up on a janky ass ladder to get the job done, I'm gonna chance it. I really am. But you know, that's just me. But you know what? I paid for shit like that.
Well, I did have that gay fireman try to make sure I didn't fall off of the attic ladder.
Happy Pride Month, folks.
He was holding my butt. I was like, no, let me fall.
Was he like holding the sides, or was he cupping?
It was cuppage. It was cuppage.
It was cuppage.
He was trying to help me. He had each cheek, one in each hand, and if he'd moved his pinkies closer, I would have got like a little tease on the donut. But he was attempting to keep me from falling from the attic steps. So I told him, I said, look, as much as I appreciate your help, let me fall, because if you're touching me and I fall, I sue you. But if I fall on my own, it's workers' compensation. So I'm trying to spare you the financial hardship. So let me fall.
Yeah. There you go.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, you did good. But you know, cupping is cupping. Yeah. So.
Cuppage. And yes, pretty fly for a shy guy. I did say penis already. Yeah. I said penis.
Yeah. Penis has been time stamped already, according to Jenny. So. I'm glad somebody's paying attention here.
But nope. But thank you, Sean, for that story. Mm-hmm. We love Pest Perspectives podcast, and we will pimp you out every chance we get, because you're doing a great thing over there.
Absolutely,
for sure.
So we want to talk a minute about what are you drinking? You're drinking a shandy, Jack. Are you that's all you're drinking? You don't have any ice water or anything?
Actually, speaking of penis, I do. I have in my beautiful Tony Spangler tumbler, the penis tumbler, one of only two out there. Is this one with me and Miss Candace holding a big old penis
and personable.
Look at that penis she's holding.
Penis being held by Candace.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
She says, I love penis.
And the look of rage, the look of penis rage on her face on that tumbler is something to die for. And let's not forget, we do have the rubber bottom.
The beautiful rubber bottom.
Beautiful rubber bottom. And the graphics on these things, I mean, they're amazing. I mean, look at that cigar,
sexy fucker.
Look at that cigar chomping stud right there. Mm-hmm. And of course we have the PCHD logo.
Yes, we do.
This good looking motherfucker.
That sexy
right
fucker.
Here.
Yeah, there you go.
And you can actually read this one is so sharp you can even read the typos where it says it says right there, listeners from all around. And they're talking about the Tales from the Crawl Space.
Well, what the hell?
Yeah.
So we ain't perfect, and neither
nobody's perfect, but Tony Spangler comes damn close.
Yes, he does.
If you can think it, he can make it, man. Because I'll tell you what, and
he can make it.
Every Tony Spangler tumbler comes with, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That is the surgical grade, surgical steel urethral sounding rod. That's right.
Got a little hung up there for a second.
I did a little bit, man. I just had a little spill because right here I wanted to make
sure.
But
with the urethral sounding rod, nothing will get hung up.
That's exactly right, because this thing has got a finely machined tip that will cut through any scar tissue that you may have. And also, this is the straight model, but it also does come with a seductively slight curve to it.
It does.
For those of you with not just Peyronie's disease, but maybe you might have a little bit of curvature there, little bent nail syndrome. These things will do the trick for you.
Right up in your penis.
Yeah. And if you're like Hank Hill and you got that narrow urethra, this is going to be a godsend for you. And speaking of Hank Hill and King of the Hill, let's pay a bit of homage to the man who did the voice for John Redcorn. He went to the other side this week, and
he did.
So but anyway, so let's.
But he got his lines recorded because they're reviving the show and it's coming out at the end of the month.
They totally are.
I'll tell you what. Yep. I'll tell you what. Damn it, Bobby.
So anyway, so if you're looking for something that won't slide around on the table while you're drinking, if you're wanting to read something while you're sitting on the shitter and drinking, and if you're at the pisser and you can't do it, and you got to have some little help, there is only one place to turn.
If you got Peyronie's, reach for Tony. Steal urethral sounding rods.
Let that little bell ring out towards the end.
That's
but I tell you,
right.
I have
like
to take
issue call to all of us with scar tissue in our urethra.
I have to take issue with what you said. You said if you need something to drink while you're on the toilet, nothing should be going in your mouth while something's coming at your ass. That should never happen. Never. Never should you do that.
I'm sorry. No, coffee is the one exception.
No, you don't drink
morning coffee, dude. No, man, I'm dragging my mug into there and I'm sitting it on the counter. I'm taking care of business. I'm sipping my coffee. I'm looking at Facebook. I'm doing everything except listening to Pestrogen because I am a gentleman.
Oh, I can't. I knew a guy that used to sit and eat dinner while he was taking his shit, and that's the most foul thing.
Dude. When my daughter was growing up, I would go when I go to clean the bathrooms and stuff. I would go I'd look at the wastebasket. There'd be like Snicker bar wrappers and shit like that.
No.
Okay, no. I got to draw the line there. I'm not gonna eat on the shitter, but and coffee is the only exception. I'm not gonna take like an iced tea in there or anything like that. But in the morning, you got things to do, man. You got to kind of organize your time. And the coffee cup goes there. I'm not sitting there. But God damn it, Jack. Don't break my pretty balloon. Damn it.
Fucking nasty. That's fucking nasty.
This is why we don't live together, Jack.
This coffee is a bit nutty. It's a bit nutty.
It's a bit nutty. Good though.
It tastes like shit. Well, it is.
It is shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was just me.
Exactly.
Fuck.
And no, I have not had a toilet beer. I don't know what I've had a shower beer. I've had a bathtub beer.
I've had a shower bourbon, but I've never had a shower. No, wait a minute. I did have a shower beer. But no. But anyway, so Tony Spangler, speaking of our good friend from SpanglerArt.com, did enter something about, you broke what is my entire body. That was what he said.
Oh.
And God damn it, ain't that the fucking truth.
And that was all he said was my entire body, or is there a story behind it?
That's it. He just said it's just 3 words. Yeah, Tony Spangler, he is a creative genius, but he is a man of few words.
A man of few words.
He is totally a man of few words.
Well, Mr. Rodney Broom sent us one.
Did he now?
He did. He said, speaking of things I broke, the silliest and stupidest mistake I made didn't actually have me break something of clients, however, something of my own, my toes. I was trying to get through a routine ant spray while working for Big Box. I had an overloaded schedule that day and was trying to get caught up so I could get home and spend some time with my kids. Big mistake. Well, I suppose I did break something of the clients as well. Their rotten deck stairs. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I was booking it across the deck, hitting some pinch points with my sprayer, being a real amateur and walking backwards. I knew the step was there, but I hadn't noticed it was barely hanging on.
Mm-hmm.
One wrong step, I go through the top step, ass over tea kettle, and landed on the side of my foot, luckily only breaking my 2 smallest toes. No time for an incident report. The client was just scared I would sue. I know that feeling too.
Oh, hell yeah.
I said we don't need to tell anybody about this as I had hobbled back to my truck. The next 6 weeks or so sucked balls because I was running full route on some broken toes. But hey, no time off, made good commission, and until this day, no one knew about the embarrassing incident except that nice old lady and me.
Yeah.
The next year, I went back and I got a greeting card with a chocolate bunny and her excitement to show me her new deck.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Very nice. Making something good out of something bad.
Absolutable.
Which is almost like making love out of nothing at all.
Where'd you go, Jack?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you were in mid drink, and I was looking at the screen. So hell, but yeah. Once again, I want to give thanks to Issa Tater for giving us the idea for this show. And
thank you, Tater.
So, yeah, much props to that. And where the fuck did I go? God damn it! Yeah, we're professionals here, you know. Oh man. Oh gosh, I do want to give props to Jack for finally getting his hot tub going.
Oh yeah, there's going to be some promo videos for me rednecking it up in the hot tub for sure. Sexy.
Did I see that hot tub actually has lights?
It does. It does.
Man, yeah.
And they'll either go all different colors, or you can pick a certain color or whatever. So last year when me and JT were hanging out in it, we did the picture for Tales for the Crawl Space and had it illuminated green.
Yeah, that was a good look.
I've been waiting to get the damn hot tub set back.
It was like the hot tub. How do you heat that? It's radium.
Well, I didn't see any point in paying to heat that son of a bitch when it's like 2 degrees out on the mountain, because as soon as you get out, you turn into an ice cube before I even get into the damn house.
And that's the part I don't like is with a hot tub. It's like you're getting all cozy and shit, and then you got to walk to the house, and it just like totally negates everything by the time you get there. You've
undone everything you did.
Exactly. So, Amber Allen Consolino gave us a short but sweet one. She goes, I broke my truck on the job, ripped the bumper off the front of it. Damn access lines.
Good God. Oh, yeah. I tell you, I've seen enough fucking truck accidents. Like the guy that hopped the curb and pushed the engine out of the engine compartment with the fire hydrant.
Yeah, that's always good. Fortunately for me, every accident that I've been in my truck during my career in this thing of ours has been not my fault. I've been T-boned. Good. I've been T-boned twice. I've been that's pretty much it. I mean, I really haven't, my accident record is pretty boring.
Well, that's a good fucking thing.
Yeah. Then we have the one where this was actually a trio. I was sending the new guy out, Steven, on he and I went out on a termite job, and this driveway was a little bit dicey, right? So I had to back up, but I needed a spotter to kind of help me in there so I could get everything back, so we could get the hose to not only the house, but the detached garage that was about 300 feet away.
Right, right.
So I get back. He's like, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Boom. I was like, the fuck? I look back. I've hit a fucking light pole. Right there, dead on with the bumper. A minor injury to the bumper, but this truck was such a piece of shit anyway, it didn't matter.
You never noticed if somebody didn't see you.
Yeah, I was like, you call yourself a fucking wingman? He's like, I'm sorry, dude. I thought you were paying attention. I said, yeah, to you.
Fuck. Well, have you ever noticed that if you break something that belongs to a customer, no matter how dollar store it is, it'll be the most expensive version of that dollar store item. You ever notice that?
Exactly. Yes. Dollar Tree has teamed up with Fabergé for this exciting line of cup holders.
I had a technician that was dragging their power spray hose around this house, and they had this little cheap ass concrete statuette sitting out there at the corner of the driveway, and like a little bird in the hand, not a Saint Francis of Assisi, just like some lady with a bird in her hand, right? Yeah. So the guy was dragging his hose around and caught it and knocked it over and broke the hands off of it. Okay. Now she calls all upset to the office, and I'm like, ma'am, I could come out there with like some liquid nails and we can put them hands back on. I'm sorry. Yeah. If you let me know what landscape place you got that from, I'll find a replacement and we'll bring it out to you. She goes, no, you don't understand. My son, who fought in the first Gulf War, had given that to me before he was deployed, and he never came home. And gave me the sob story.
He hid it in his ass for years.
I hid that statue in my ass. And then I gave it to my friend, and he put it in his ass. But
now I give it to you.
And now I want you to have the statue from my ass. But this lady, she was bawling, and I'm like, ma'am, I can come back and fix it for you or replace it. I am not giving you some outrageous amount of money for something that you tell me a deceased relative gave to you. I'm sorry, it's a concrete statue, and you're setting it outside knowing we're going to be working around your house. So sorry about your luck. I can come fix it. I'll pay the $25 to replace it. But no. But it was she wanted thousands of dollars for that son of a bitch.
Jesus H. Christ. Always the same. I have been very blessed because the one thing that I broke, it was like a glass vase or what have you, on somebody's mantle. A vase, yeah, it's not a vase, it's a vase.
Oh, it's not.
But usually it was like I broke this vase. Okay, I was cruising along my B&G, a very dimly lit room. I'm going around this fireplace, right? And on the hearth was this large vase, and as I was walking by, my leg bumped into it, and it broke. It fell. It broke, and the dude came in, and I was just like 100% apologetic. He was like, "Fuck it, that's my wife's, and I fucking hated it anyway." Yeah, I'll clean it up, and we'll just pretend like I just threw it away. I was like, "My man."
But according to her, it was Ming Dynasty, right?
According to her, it was Louis XIV.
Ming Dynasty vase that they got from Target. They got the vase from Target.
It was in the Malcolm Dynasty. It was in Malcolm the 10th. Malcolm the 10th.
Jesus Christ!
I know. Say it, Jack. That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. See that right there? That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. Oh shit!
They got a knob and tube wiring in the basement, and they got it spliced into their brand new furnace. That's fucked up.
I was doing somebody's basement. This was about 4 years ago when I was at the Scarlet Letter. I'm down in this basement, right? This guy's talking to me the whole fucking time. He's doing remodeling, right? He's got. I'm inspecting his stuff, and he's got this fucking wire coming around. And I just happened to brush right across my neck on this wire, and I was like, I was like, and it's like I didn't fall like on my face or anything. I just took a knee, and it's like go. He was like, oh man, I'm sorry, that's live. I was like, well, fucking thanks for telling me that.
You think?
Yeah.
You think, asshole?
Holy shit. Damn. Holy shit.
I've run across. I've jumped a couple. I had a Centrabulb, and I was reaching under the sink, and apparently the wiring they had going to the incinerator, the garbage disposal, was exposed before it went into the housing of the disposal.
Right.
And I was going back to dust the pipe chases in the wall behind it, and I And it didn't shock me, but man, it lit up that fucking kitchen for a split second.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Scared the shit out of me, though.
Man, oh, man. Oh, God. Yeah, Jack, this is not your coffee. Are you still on that fucking coffee, toilet coffee?
Disgusting shit, man.
You know what? This is not your coffee. You don't have to drink it. But you know what? You know what, though? It's like, I'm surprised that we as an industry don't break more stuff than we do. You know, when we came up with this topic, with thank you again, it's a tater. Mm-hmm. You know, I was stunned at the lack of really good, really juicy stuff. You know,
I was hoping for more juicy shit.
I was hoping for more juiciness myself, but you know what? That actually says a lot about us as an industry. I mean, you know, even people. There's a lot of people in the industry that look down upon us as cheese bags. Let's just put it that way. And exactly, fuck them. But you know, it's to the point that we don't like breaking things, so we don't. And you know what?
Or we don't just talk, or just don't talk about it.
Oh, we just don't. Yeah, we're just so ashamed that we don't. Yeah, that we don't talk about it. I mean, I've pretty much laid everything out to my out here.
I've laid bare. I've laid myself bare.
I've laid bare. My life is an open book. And
here are my exposed loins.
Exposed loins. Fully girded, I might add.
Well, I have a novel of a story from our good friend and recent guest, Mr. Scotty Grill.
Speak slowly. We still have 14 minutes.
If I speak slowly, we'll be an hour and 14 minutes.
Damn, that's unlike Scotty, but I'm interested. Okay, let me adjust my chair, crack my knuckles. Okay.
Now, should I do it like Masterpiece Theater? On a scorching hot summer day back in the 1980s, we were doing a termite treatment at a low-income housing complex called Westgate Village. The housing units were long stretches of homes, maybe 10 at a time, built on a single slab of concrete. These were the days of Claudine, which meant that you had to drill the crap out of everything, both inside and out, to get to the soil. This included drilling the floors and the ground floors of the apartments, kitchens, living rooms, dining rooms. It didn't matter. We were going to go right through the floor tiles to pump our magic elixir. So the big event happened right around noontime when the sun was high in the sky and it was hotter than a motherfucker. Before we packed one hole in the floor, we walked through with the maintenance guy who took an uneducated guess where the water and drain lines ran under the concrete. Things were going good until they weren't. I was on the end of the treatment hose when one of the drilling guys came running up to me. Scotty, you better come here. Then ran back. I followed. When I stepped into the kitchen door, my feet splashed. Sure as shit, we'd hit a water line. So water shooting straight up, my crew and I were standing there, stunned for a moment. Then everyone started moving. I sent one of my guys to go find the maintenance man. I sent another to go find the property manager, leaving myself and the guy who poked the hole there to deal with the moving the things to higher ground and to figure out how to handle the mess.
Summon the constable.
We were busy doing all kinds of stupid shit to try to stop the flow. When finally the maintenance guy showed up, after he got through the holy shit phase, I got his attention. I told him to go shut the water off to the row. Shutting the water off to that unit was useless. We had already done that. It was then that I learned that he wasn't a real maintenance guy, but just a guy that worked there. He had no clue what to do. He said he had to go back to the office and call the real maintenance guy that was working at another location across town. Now remember, this is the 80s. There were no cell phones. It was going to be a long day.
A primitive time indeed.
By the time the so-called real maintenance guy showed up, I had the water thing under control. I ended up taking my slab injector, which was just a rubber cone at the end of a straight treatment rod, sticking it in the hole, and then I cut the treatment hose about 50 foot out, so the water would flow into the street gutter as long as there was someone there on the trigger. So it turned out that the real maintenance guy couldn't find the shutoff to the row, but did manage to find the shutoff valve for half of the whole fucking housing complex. By the end of that day, we became real popular with the tenants who were now without water on the hottest day of summer. Once they learned that we were the reason they had no water, some of them began to gather outside of the sidewalk and share their feelings. And they were pissed.
Mm-hmm.
We damn near had to fight our way out of there. And the next day, when we were scheduled to return, one of my crew refused to go back in, and I couldn't blame him. But then, by the time we showed up on day 2, everything seemed to be under control. Someone figured out where the water valve situation was, and they were digging up the kitchen floor to fix the broken pipe. We plugged on, and that was the day that we broke Westgate Village.
A brilliant story.
Next time on Masterpiece Theater.
And with your host, Leonard Pence Garnell.
Who was the guy that actually did that fucking show?
Alistair Cook.
Alistair Cook. Did he do it for the movie Scrooged as well?
Yeah, there was a Alistair Bannister.
Well, it looks like Brandy said that everybody's getting chastity belts for Christmas.
Oh, is that right?
I'm not using it. I'll hang it somewhere as a warning to other people, but I'm not using it.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes my penis has to penis.
Yeah, the penis has got a penis.
That's right.
Penis of your anus.
Well, penis in the anus sometimes. That can happen.
Yeah. There's a song from Klaatu called "Anus of Uranus."
What?
Google it. Klaatu.
Do you listen to it while you're drinking coffee on the shitter? Is that what you do?
Absolutely. Anus of Uranus. He's a friend of mine.
Just keep the theme.
Oh, dude, man. I'll tell you what. If you're Klaatu, I mean, it's one of my favorite groups of the 70s. And, and I don't know. Have you ever heard of them?
Mm-mm.
Wow, Jack.
No, I haven't.
Yes. Yeah, they had 2 albums that of renown. But when they first came out, everybody thought it was the Beatles, just kind of going under a different name, and it was really something because some of their stuff is kind of Beatles-esque,
right?
But yeah, it was interesting. But I digress. Anyway, so let's talk about what we got going on in the future here, Jack.
Well,
you pixelated son of a bitch, you.
Well, that's your internet because I'm just fine. But I'll tell you, I'm curious as to what we're going to do next week. But I know what we're doing the week after that.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I do.
Tell us all about it.
All right, 2 weeks from now, my boy, JT, the brainchild of all our amazing intros and jingles and all that good stuff, and intros for other podcasts such as Pestrogen, and shit that goes on in our head. He is going to be our guest on the show. It's going to be an evening with JT.
Yeah.
So
he has got to be fucking stoked.
Oh, he is. He is seriously stoked. He's looking forward to it. And we're going to do it here. I'm going to have him up here on the mountain. It's right before his birthday. It'll be on the 20th. His birthday's on the 24th. So he'll be up here. I'll set up the high def camera in the garage, and him and I will sit and have our show with you. And if anybody's got questions for JT or whatever, please feel free to jump in on the chat or send questions in before the show. We'll do promos that week for the show coming up. But anybody's got something to say to JT, watch your mouth. But
watch your mouth. That's right, boy. He is but a young lad.
Yeah, that's my boy. I'm gonna look after my boy.
That's right. But soon to be a man.
Yes, he will. He will, and he's going to have himself some adult beverages with his steak. That's right.
And he's going to have a mustache kind of morning the next day. Jack's going to feed him hash browns and.
What did he say on Weird Science? How'd you like a greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray?
Okay, Chet. Damn. You know what? I love the guy. I've never even met him in person. but I'm already madly in love with your son, and but in a manly way.
He is an awesome.
He is an incredible
kid.
talent. If anybody's, what was it? 6 foot stump.
Yep, 6 foot stump on Instagram.
6 foot stump on Instagram. Yeah, check him out. It's incredible stuff.
And if you want to have a jingle or something done for a podcast or whatever, if you go to JT Story VO, which stands for voiceover, JT Story VO on Facebook, you'll find this page there, and you can send requests for intros and things like and jingles and stuff like that.
Absolutely. But some of the other podcasts that you may want to check out, of course, our sister podcast at Pestrogen, Pestrogen podcast. Jenny and Candace are really kicking things up. They are getting some really awesome guests, unlike us, because nobody wants to come on our show. But fuck, that's fine. But yeah, they touch on some really interesting topics. They got some really great guests. So it's definitely worth a listen. And also, Pest Perspectives. Sean Muller is an outstanding. It's an outstanding show. Very informative. Sean is just a really down to earth kind of guy. He's in England, so I guess he's a down to earth kind of bloke. But bloke. And but yeah, go ahead and go. Send your podcast needs across the pond and check out Pest Perspectives, and also Beauties and Beasties.
Yeah, those guys are great.
Oh, those guys, they are incredible. We were just on there a couple of weeks ago, and it was a great time. And they're really great to talk to, as well as great to listen to. I mean, they some really interesting topics. They're not afraid to bring anybody on, which is apparently obvious since they had us on. So some good stuff there.
But if you're listening to us in the UK, please know that both Beauties and Beasties and Pest Perspectives will give you credit towards your continuing education. Absolutely. and your pesticide applicator's license, or however you explain it there. But you get credit for listening to both Beauties and Beasties and Pest Perspectives. You don't get credit for our episode.
You get street cred, but that's about it.
Oh, you got all kind of street cred for that.
You get totally kind of street cred from listening to us. It's
fuck yeah, you do.
Yeah. You listen to Tales from the Crawl Space? Hell yeah, I do.
Fuck
my
yeah,
man.
Fist bump, motherfucker.
That's right. Hey, man. Here's my let me meet you. Let me introduce you to my sister.
Those guys are on there taking the piss. So
that's right. They're taking the piss. That's right. Too bloody right.
But I would like a good idea for what we're going to do next week. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do yet.
I don't either. Since we got to sit out a week. Oh, wait a minute. We're not doing shit next week.
Oh, that's right. Don't you got something going on?
Yeah, I do have a little something going on, Jack. So yes, I have an age-specific procedure going on next Friday.
That's correct. That is absolutely. You're right. I wasn't gonna. You're right. You got something.
Okay, yeah. Let's put it out. I'm getting a fucking colonoscopy. Okay, guys. Which and it's really nothing to be ashamed of. And if you're over a certain age, you definitely got to get it checked.
Oh, you should. You should just make sure the doctor doesn't have both hands on your hips.
I'm getting on. Okay, we use PestPact at Trio, so I'm getting on and checking my schedule. And I look over on the day that I had this procedure scheduled. And what does William the Merciful have in there? He puts it down. My time blocked in the description. He puts ass exploration.
Well, it's okay as long as the doctor doesn't have both hands on your hips.
You know what? I'm gonna be unconscious for the whole thing, so he can do whatever the fuck.
The doc will go. Just put your pants on the chair over there, right next to mine.
I'm gonna be like I said, I'm gonna be under sedation, so it's like he can put his foot up to his knee in there. I will wake up and not notice.
You'll notice once the anesthesia wears off. If he's got a full leg up in there, there's gonna be a little stretchiness. I mean, you're gonna be like flappy, little flappy. Poop's just gonna fall out.
You just never. I may wake up with a glow.
Like, hi, baby.
You just never know these things, and you don't know it until it happens.
Until you shit a sock 3 days later.
It's like I don't own any gold toes. What the hell is this?
It's like wiping after you shit without having to wipe. That sock just kind of it gets everything out for you.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. I was thinking a whole shoe, but you went with socks, so okay. Well, at least the doctor was kind enough to take his shoe off.
Right, but those tile floors can be cold, so I can understand why you'd keep the socks on.
God, you suck.
And Brandy wants you to know that after a colonoscopy, that first fart is amazing.
Oh, it is. Oh, this is not my first time on that Bronco Bull. Let me tell you, and it's like, yeah, that was the first. That was the first thing I noticed. Is just like, and it feels. It's not, but it feels so wet.
Wow.
And I'm just like, I just felt like I was just totally shitting myself, but I wasn't, which was great.
It reminds me, a long time ago, I was at Marley Station Mall in Glen Burnie, Maryland. It was hot as fuck outside. I was there with my nephew and JT's mom. This is before JT was born. And it was like 100 out. And this lady in a muumuu comes stumbling in from the outside, walking in, and she collapses right in front of Auntie Anne's pretzels, cookies, whatever the fuck it is. And she's laying there, and people are trying to check her out, make sure she's okay. And the fart that comes out of her causes her entire muumuu to bellow. It kind of, it's, oh my God. And yeah, it was, so I can only imagine that's what that fart's like.
But you know what, though? I'm looking forward to getting it done. Our good friend, Kevin Wilhite, recently underwent the procedure. They found some issues. They took care of him, so he's good. And so that's the peace of mind that you get when you get to a certain point in your life. It's worth it.
I gotta get one. Yeah. I haven't had one. I need to get one.
Jack, you absolutely do.
I know.
And,
I know it.
And if you don't, shame on you, and I will ride your ass until you do. And
well, then you'll take care of it.
If I gotta fucking drive up to the mountain to do it my goddamn self,
you'd be like, "There's a polyp. I got a polyp."
There you go. There's a polyp. Is I get me the. I'll get those little side cuts out of your toolbox. And just,
snip.
I got it. Look at this. And then on the next episode of Tales from the Crawlspace, I'll say, "Look what I found in Jack's ass."
It's a polyp, and then you eat it.
It's the me. Damn, it's stuck in my teeth. Damn, I'm gonna need some floss. It's a bit nutty.
It's a bit nutty. All right, boys and girls. So next week we will not have a show because Roto-Rooter is going to be doing their job on Brad's derriere. And but hey, man, it's got to get taken care of.
Down the drain.
That's right. But we'll be back with an evening with JT on the 20th. So you have that to look forward to.
Hell yeah. Love y'all. So on behalf of SpanglerArt.com, Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group that I have not mentioned all the whole fucking show, and Jack and myself and Pesterton Podcast and all the other beautiful podcasts out there, we respectfully ask you to bug the fucking hell off.
Bug the fucking hell off.
Yeah.